Well, there you are, severely weather affected. Alastaro in Finland. The pro mods only got up to their first round, so it's all to play for as we head with a great deal of optimism for good weather to Mantorp Park in Sweden. One of the guys who's really out for the championship this year, he was pipped at the post in 2003 by Roger Johansson, is the man in the V-deck Camaro. Håkan Nilsson, now he's doing pretty well this weekend, has run a 6.45.
We came here with great expectations. We had a good day yesterday. We opened with a 6.49, which we were very pleased on running this track. And we improved a little bit for the second run, ran a 45, but unfortunately a blown car ran a 42, so we're number 2 qualify at this point. But I'm sure we can step up today. The track has picked up a little bit, and I'm sure we're going to be able to run a lot faster.
They are so very, very close here, but this is one of the qualifying runs. Håkan Nilsson looking to run quicker than a 6.45, actually doesn't do it, but Mats Eriksson, with that wonderful, wonderful hot rod, the Crown Victoria, has a big, big engine explosion. And that does a lot of serious damage to this car. So suddenly the team are off into the pits trying to borrow parts from other people.
The last run we had some problem with the blower belt, tire shakes, so they took some parts from the engine. So the guys are working real hard to get it in order for the last qualifying run.
Well, the man who won the championship in 2003 hasn't been doing quite so well this year. Roger Johansson with this Mustang has been searching for that setup to get him running right at the top of the tree again. How is he faring here at Mantorp Park?
We're struggling and we have some problem, and hopefully we can solve them to the next run.
Well, here we are, round number 3, Mantorp Park in Sweden, and hopefully the weather is going to be kind to everybody. I'm John Price, sitting in the commentary box with me is Darryl Bradford. Darryl, 26 cars entered for this event this weekend.
Pro Modified is just wonderful, isn't it? As you just saw on the ladder there, 16 cars qualified. This is down to the final 8. We're looking back at the quarter-final stage, which is obviously the 8-car round. Andy Robinson, all the way from England, all the way to Sweden, obviously. He's having a pretty good weekend, qualified very well, but he's up against the number 1 qualifier here. Now, Mickey Lindahl ran 6.40 in the car that has all the aerodynamics of a house whip, but it was not to be his weekend. Andy Robinson, his first ever trip to Mantorp, went through to the semi-final. The team from Hampshire, got to be so happy with that. Poor old Mickey Lindahl. At least he's got a shorter drive home than Andy would have had.
Well, these are the hot rods, aren't they? I just love looking at these things. Look at this pair, 57 Chevrolet Bel Air coming up against a 1950s Ford Crown Victoria of Mats Eriksson. Well, Mats had all those problems during qualifying. Was he going to be able to make it good in the quarterfinals? The answer was yes, even though Mickey got away first. Mickey Goldquist with that red 57. Look how close they were. But it was a win for Mats Eriksson, so he finds himself in the semi-finals.
Mats Eriksson, first round, 6.48, 359 kilometers per hour.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. This is amazing. My crew went a perfect job work yesterday. We are adjusting the clutch, we are getting better and better, and we get the European speed record today, and this is absolutely amazing.
Well, there's one very happy guy.
Yeah, absolutely, you bet. Max Eriksson from Sweden. 2 more guys from Sweden, Roger Johansson with the Mustang, and champ from a few years ago, Patrick Wikström in the supercharged Camaro in the right-hand lane. Now this was a storming race. This is the quickest side-by-side race in Pro Modified ever in Europe. Patrick Wikström and Roger Johansson could not have been closer all the way down, but Roger Johansson manages to pull out a fantastic 6.36 uphill, which is unbelievable.
Roger Johansson, 6.36, new European record.
Yeah, very good, very good. We have very big trouble this weekend. We are falling down in the qualification run, and now the team made a very good job. So we put in a new clutch, and the crew made a very good job, and we won. Very good, and I'm so excited to have 200 impulse.
Well, it's so nice to see him back on form again in 2004. He'd come into this round at Mantorp Park as the number 4 man in the championship, so suddenly things are looking good. Well, the final pair that came out in the quarterfinals puts Håkan Nilsson with this green and silver Camaro up against the crowd favourite, Fast Freddie Fagerström.
Yeah, Mr. Burnout King all weekend. He managed to do a 1,000-foot burnout on Saturday, which just left the crowd on
I
their
expect
feet.
nothing less.
Oh no, I mean, you're disappointed if Freddie does a normal burnout, but unfortunately his weekend ended there. Håkan Nilsson takes a good win, as he's used to doing, 651 to 668. Freddie had a lot of shake problems over the weekend, but probably just happy to get down the track.
Well, this is how it looks then. Andy Robinson in a semi-finals against Max Eriksson, and Roger Johansson finds himself up against his nemesis, Håkan Nilsson. These two cars, look at this, from the 50s, the Crown Victoria comes up against the Studebaker commander of Andy Robinson. This is the battle of the car constructors, because both of these guys build cars for a living.
So, Matt's in the semi-finals against Andy Robinson from England. Both of you chassis builders, do you think you can take him?
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that. He is a great guy, but we are adjusting the clutch all the time, and I think we find the right combination, and we are going to be real angry.
So, Andy, first trip to Mantorp Park, you're in the semi-finals against Matt Eriksson. You think you can do it?
We're going to try our best. We're obviously looking at the motor now. Everything looks good. We're going to put 3 kits on and see what we can do.
Well, the final 4 cars out of 26 that showed up at Mantorp Park wanting to get this far. Matt Eriksson from Sweden in the Green Goblin, Andy Robinson in the Studebaker in the left-hand lane. Let's see who's going to get out first, and it's Andy Robinson, but unfortunately he does it on a red light. He's out in front, but he's not going to win, folks. Max Eriksson gets past him at the finish line and takes it, and he moves to his first ever Pro Mod final at 660, 352 kilometres an hour. So, John, the next pair, Håkan Nilsson and that man, Roger Johansson.
Well, I just want to refer back to that run featuring Max Eriksson there. He actually went off the end of the track. Remember, we've said that the track here at Mantorp Park has a sharp right-hand bend at the end of a quarter-mile runoff. Well, poor Mats, they have tried so hard, he ended up in the kitty litter. Right now then, over to Håkan Nilsson.
So, Håkan, at your sponsors race this weekend, you're going to race Roger. Just run a 6:36. How are you feeling?
I'm a little bit worried. He found a good tune-up there, and we've been struggling a little bit. We had some problems, so we haven't really found the performance we would like to.
Okay, so you think you'll still be okay, though? You got a chance?
Well, I'm certainly going to run for it.
So, Roger, what can we say? Fastest ever pass in Europe in Pro Modified, 6:36, up against Håkan Nilsson in the semi-finals. You must feel pretty good right now.
Yeah, I feel very good, and it's very funny to meet Håkan here, because he's running quick all the weekend, and we have been running very bad, and now when we're running 36, we're very satisfied, and the team have made a terrific good job.
Terrific good job. That just about sums it all up here. These two, you know, Darryl, were head-to-head right the way through 2003, and the man who won the championship was the man in the blue Mustang, Roger Johansson.
Yeah, but unfortunately he's not going to win this one. Håkan Nilsson does it on a tremendous hole shot, 6:45 to 6:40. Roger backs up the record, but he doesn't get the win. The crew with their hands on their heads. Oh my God, it's just one of those days for him. Couldn't be better. But on to the story you mentioned before about Max Eriksson. He went straight into the runoff area, into the kitty litter. Now it's full of little shingly stuff and sand. That sand gets absolutely everywhere. As you can see, the engine in 1,000 pieces, the car in 1,000 pieces. They had to get sand out of everything. Now,
That's Freddie Fagerström.
I was going to say, normally you only have 4 or 5 guys working on the crew. You've got all of Freddie's crew, all of his crew, and a few other guys from all over the place helping Max Eriksson. One guy was doing the fiberglass on the body, one guy was doing the heads, one guy was doing the blower. They had so much work to get ready.
This was it. This was the result.
Final, absolutely. Håkan Nilsson actually waited for them. He actually waited in the staging lanes as long as he possibly could to see if they could get ready. What a sportsman. I mean,
Yeah,
this
great
is right, the
sportsman.
way racing is supposed to be, John.
Well, as Mats Eriksson came down the fire-up road, there was tumultuous applause from the crowd.
So, Håkan, 6:45 to 6:40. You beat Roger on a hole shot. How'd you feel?
It feels great. We saw him running at 36, and we knew we were going to have a problem to match that AP. But we took some wild chances here, and we improved quite a bit, and I could take him on a trace. It feels great.
Excellent. Final against Mats.
He's been running pretty good. good top speed, which means he's got a lot of power. He's just got to find the right clutch setting, so that's going to be difficult too.
So here we go then. It's the all-important start line reaction after all those things that Mats Eriksson has had to enjoy here this weekend. Do you think he can make it? Can he take the win here?
Well, basically, there's about 15 guys who've been helping out in the car that are going to come looking for him if he leaves too early. But no, Max is a very calm character. It must be so hard to calm yourself down after working frantically for an hour and a half to get ready to actually go up to the starting line and race. Also against one of the toughest guys in the business, Håkan Nilsson. Hakken's got smoking there a bit. Both of them leave the line together. Mats Eriksson's behind at this point. Håkan Nilsson looks like he's going to do it at his sponsor's race, but Mats Eriksson, after all the work, takes his first ever win in Pro Modified, outlasting 26 cars for the race of his career. He could race the rest of his life and probably never ever have a weekend like this. 6:55 to 6:63. Not his fastest run of the weekend, but the winning one.
My crew is fantastic, and all the teams around us, they had rebuilt the car, we had fixed the engine, the cylinder heads was off, the blower was repaired, everything is made. ProMod is like a big family. It's absolutely amazing. And Håkan was waiting for me so we could get the car ready for the race. It's absolutely amazing. This is fantastic.
I think it is fantastic because he moves up to number 2 in the championship. Look at all those Swedish flags there. The guys from Sweden really enjoy their Pro Mod racing.
sen när vi har konstaterat vad det är. Men gänget är ute. Och jag ska höra vad jag får för rapporter. And a scary match between Urban Johansson and Håkan Nilsson. Urban Johansson was all over the track. Also into Håkan Nilsson's lane, but Håkan Nilsson is first over the finish line and now recording a 6:76. Ja, då fick vi beskedet. Det var ingenting. En extra check där ute bara. Det var ingenting. Utan vi kan direkt på en gång släppa på nästa par då. Som kommer att bli spännande. Vi har kvalsexan. Tommy Pötterna som var bättre och bättre under hela helgen. Och avslutade sista kvalkörningen med 6:51. Ska möta här. Jag måste bara kommentera. Alltså, vi tyckte att det var fullt pådrag och alla tog ut. Men det där var inte säkerhetstiden som gick ut. Utan det är lilla rökpunkter vi såg där uppe. Föranledde hela banprepareringsteamet att trycka ut på samma sätt. Så var det en oljedroppe, vilket det inte var nu, så skulle den direkt bearbetas. Ingen tidsspillan. De där är... 6.93 och det var en ren förbättring för Torsten Kart alltså. Han kämpade väl in i det sista måste jag säga. Micke Lindahl ligger också kvar på sina